Tell us what you heard and what you saw this morning. Gabriel, can you tell us what you saw this morning? As we wait for Gabriel, let's continue to take a look at these live pictures. We have heard from a number of witnesses about the chaos that ensued just after 9 o'clock this morning as people were running as they heard that gunfire. And then, of course, the police officers rushing in to try to subdue the suspect, killing him, and the ambulances rushing in to remove the 8 people injured near the Empire State Building. Again, the information we're receiving from the NYPD is that 1 civilian has died. Gabriel, you are in those crowds right there by the scene. What can you see?
I'm sorry?
What are you seeing right now, Gabriel?
What can I see from here?
Yes.
I see, you know, a police line. It's cordoned off with a lot of people standing around trying to get a look, trying to take pictures.
Were you headed to work or near the area this morning?
Yes, I was headed to work. I work at J.J. Hand Center at on Fifth Avenue between 31st and 32nd. So I was walking up 33rd Street and saw a young lady who was looked distraught, who was crying. So naturally, I asked her if everything was all right, and she said that somebody had been shot. She heard some shots and then some more, and didn't know what had happened. And since then, just been at work, kind of talking to you know, the neighbors and trying to see what happened. At least what I've heard is that somebody said that they believe that it was a disgruntled employee at one of the businesses up the street.
And Gabriel, we're learning new information as well in regard to exactly the motive that happened here. Sources telling us that the suspect, so what we are understanding right now is that the suspect was fired yesterday from Shanghai Happen Import. That's on Fifth Avenue, 350 Fifth Avenue. And we are here now that the suspect is dead and the manager is dead, that the suspect went into the store, shot the manager dead, and then shot others. So we have 8 others injured, 4 shot seriously, and 4 others injured in various ways. And you were saying, Gabriel, that you heard and saw one of the women who was distraught over what had happened. Did she give you an indication as to whether she heard the gunfire or saw the gunman?
Yes, ma'am.
And as we wait to just get that connection with Gabriel, who was on the scene this morning, he said he saw a woman who was distraught after seeing people shot. So Sabrina, who is on the phone with us right now, heard the gunshots. Sabrina, what time was it and where were you in that area?
Well, I was at work right now, recovering work, and we were stocking shipments in, and all I heard was, 6 shots go off, and I seen people running up Fifth Avenue. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And I stopped, I dropped, because I didn't know if the shots were on Fifth Avenue. So I stayed for a minute, and then I went to the window to see what's really going on.
You stopped and dropped, concern,
yeah,
obviously, for your own safety there.
Exactly.
And go ahead.
Then we just ran to the window. We seen people running up Fifth Avenue. We heard the shots. It was like around 6 shots going off around like 9 o'clock. And it was like, so early in the morning, what's going on? And people were telling us, it was a robbery. 4 people got injured, 4 people shot. We're like, what's going on? That's all I can tell. That's all I know for now.
Well, what we are understanding now is that the suspect, the gunman, was fired yesterday from the Shanghai Happen Import and went back in saying that he wanted to get the money he believed was owed to him. Suspect went into the store around 9 o'clock this morning, shot the manager dead, then shot those others. 4 shot seriously, 4 others injured in various ways. The gunman is now dead. And what is your reaction to hearing all of this happening right by where you work each and every day?
It is situated for my security, for my personal being, walking around 34th Street now. And you think it's safe. You see cops everywhere nowadays, so you think it's secure. But to hear this now is like, I have to be more aware of what's going on around my surroundings.
Mm-hmm. You're closed off from going to where you normally work this morning, or have you been able to get in and out?
Well, I got here at 8 o'clock, so I was here before, everything happened, but our store manager was caught up in the traffic of what was going on.
Has there been any continued panic after what happened this morning?
Yes, we've been receiving calls, just checking in on ourselves, like our family members, checking to see what's going on, if we're okay, because they thought it was right in front of our store. But we haven't got anybody in, scared or anything as yet.
And do you work near Shanghai Hemp Import at 350 Fifth Avenue?
Yes, we're on 5th Avenue and 35th Street.
Do you know any of the people who work there?
No, I don't.
Of course, concern for so many, and
yes,
we can understand how the calls would be coming into you and the people you work with after friends and family seeing this on television. 350 Fifth Avenue, streets are closed off. Thank you very much for having